Start over.
Okay, so we're starting with lesson 1, unit 3. Now we're going to be talking about triangles and angles. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be classifying triangles. Now the first set of triangles are equilateral triangles. Equilateral means that all three sides are congruent, as you can see here in this diagram. Okay, so all three sides are congruent. That also means that all of the angles are congruent. Now isosceles triangles have two congruent sides. So as you can see here, these red lines mean that they're congruent. So both of these sides are congruent.
As well as base angles congruent.
Scalene triangle means that none of the sides are congruent. Now if you think about scalene, think when you step on a scale, sometimes people don't want to see any numbers on the scale. So the way you can remember it is scalene triangle, no sides are congruent. So 0. When you step on a scale, sometimes people want to see 0. Okay, classifying by angles. So an acute triangle has 3 acute angles. And if you remember from when Mr. Livingston talked about angles, acute is less than 90 degrees. And if something's cute, usually it's small. So acute triangle has 3 angles that are less than 90 degrees.
And now I'm supposed to be talking. And here I go. Here we have an equiangular triangle. Some of you might have said equiangular, but yes, the word is equiangular, meaning that all 3 angles are congruent. Angle here, angle here, angle here. All 3 angles are congruent, which is what makes this an equiangular triangle.
Equiangular.
Whatever. Here we have a right triangle because it has a right angle, which means that one of the angles in the triangle measures 90 degrees. And lastly, but not leastly, as a matter of fact, mostly, we have an obtuse triangle, which means it has an angle that is larger than 90 degrees. One interesting question you might ask yourself is, can a triangle have more than one obtuse angle? We will answer that shortly.
But think about it. Anyways. Classifying triangles. So when we're given information, so here we've got triangle ABC. When we're given information, we're not given the sides here on this triangle, we're given the angles. So 65 degrees, 58 degrees, and 57 degrees. Now you have to figure out what type of triangle it is. So let's go back up to our examples. So we've got classifying triangles by angles. So all 3 of these angles, if you noticed, they're all less than 90 degrees. So that means that that triangle has to be an acute triangle. All 3 angles are less than 90 degrees.
In Exhibit B, we have a triangle that has 2 congruent sides. 2 congruent sides means that we are dealing with an isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangles not only have 2 congruent sides, but they also have base angles that are congruent. When classifying by angle, we look here and see that this angle is larger than 90 degrees, making it an obtuse. Making it, making it an obtuse triangle.
All right, and over here we've got, it says, when you classify triangles, you need to be specific. So it says classify the triangle. So triangle HGI. Now again, we don't know anything about the sides here in this triangle, so we can only classify it by the angles. Again, if you notice, all 3 angles are less than 90 degrees, which means that this triangle is an acute triangle. Now normally, if you knew the sides, you would also have to classify it by by both the sides and the angles, but since we don't know the sides, we actually just classify it by the angles in this example.
So as we look here, if we are going to attempt to classify this triangle, we need to, if we're going to classify it according to its sides, which is almost all of the information that we're given, we have one side that is 6, one side that is 8, and the hypotenuse, which is 10. They're all different lengths, meaning that this is a scalene triangle. Now classifying it by angle, we see that we have a 90-degree angle here, which makes it a right triangle. So it is a scalene right triangle. Look at me. Look at me. And classifying triangles here, we'll notice again that we have a right angle, making this a right triangle. And then classifying by side, we have two sides that are congruent, making it an isosceles triangle. Therefore, it is an isosceles right triangle.
Okay. Now, most of you know that all three angles in a triangle have to equal 180 degrees. So here in this diagram, if you see, it says measure of angle A plus B plus C have to equal 180 degrees. So we call that the triangle sum theorem. All angles in a triangle equal 180 degrees. Okay. We're going to pull up Paint so we can show you guys this online.
So as we look at triangle ABC on the left, you'll notice that two of the angles are given to you, one of those angles is not given to you. So in order to solve for the third angle, we will just add up all three angles and set them equal to 180 degrees. So we have 35 degrees plus 90 degrees plus x degrees, and that sum will all be set equal to 180 degrees. We will combine like terms because it's always fun to combine like terms. I like to do it in my spare time when I'm not walking on the beach. Long walks on the beach. Everybody likes long walks on the beach.
Especially Mr. Livingston, apparently.
That's right. And then we will subtract 125 from both sides and do all of the algebra stuff that we love so much. The result will be x is equal to 55.
So that means that the third angle, angle C here, has to equal 55 degrees.
And there you have it. Triangle sum theorem in a nutshell. I don't even know why things belong in nutshells, actually.
Is that your joke?
No, it wasn't my joke.
Okay. And that's the bell. Whoops, see you next week. Just kidding. Okay, so it's good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you like doing it?
Yeah, I think we'll get better at it as time goes on.
Okay.
Hey, we promise, okay, to get better at this. But yeah, since it's still recording, I have a joke for everyone. Does anybody know Jackie Chan's favorite sports drink? Anyone?
No. Jackie Chan's favorite sports
Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee, either one. What up? The end.
Wow.
That's awesome. Do you have a joke every day?
Yeah.
Does he have a joke every class?
Yeah.
He has a
I'm
joke
sure.
for every transition in class.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still recording.